A man checked into a hotel room one night. The next morning, the hotel swore that room never existed. His name was Marcus Webb, 29 years old, a traveling sales rep, the kind of guy who'd stayed in hundreds of hotels before. This wasn't his first rodeo. On a Thursday night, after a long drive, he pulled off the highway and checked into a small place called the Birchwood Inn. Nothing special. Faded sign, half-empty parking lot. The kind of hotel you forget the name of by the next morning. The front desk clerk, an older man, tired-looking, handed him a key without much conversation. Room 313, third floor, end of the hall. Marcus took the elevator up. When the doors opened, something felt off immediately. The hallway was too quiet. No TVs murmuring behind doors, no footsteps, no ice machine humming somewhere down the hall, just silence. He found his room at the very end, unlocked the door, stepped inside. The room looked completely normal. Worn carpet, a bed, a window facing the empty parking lot below. But the air felt wrong, heavy, too cold, like the heating hadn't worked in years, maybe decades. Marcus brushed it off. Long drive, tired mind, overactive imagination. He went to sleep around midnight. At 2:47 a.m., he woke up to knocking. Slow, deliberate. 3 knocks, then nothing. He sat up in bed, heart pounding. He waited. No more knocks, no voices, just silence pressing back in. He looked through the peephole. The hallway was completely empty. He grabbed his phone to check the time. No signal, not weak signal, none. Like the building wasn't connected to anything at all. He didn't sleep again that night. He just sat there, staring at the door, waiting for the knock to come back. By morning, the knocking had stopped completely. Marcus packed quickly and went down to check out. The clerk, a different one this time, younger, looked at him strangely. "Sir, we don't have a room 313. Marcus laughed it off and held up his key. Room 313, clearly stamped on the tag in his hand. The clerk checked the system, then checked again. There was no booking under his name, no payment record, no room 313 anywhere in their database. Confused, Marcus asked to see the room again. The clerk reluctantly walked him up. 3rd floor, end of the hall. But this time, there were only 10 rooms on the floor. Room 312, then 314. Nothing in between, just a blank wall. Marcus stood frozen, staring at the spot where his room had been the night before. The clerk explained that the hotel had only 10 rooms per floor and had been built that way since 1987. No room 313 had ever existed in the building's history. Marcus checked his bank account that week. No charge from the Birchwood Inn, not one transaction, not 1 cent. It was like the night had simply never happened, except for one thing. He still had the room key. Brass, slightly worn, with 313 stamped into the metal. He showed it to friends. They had no explanation. He showed it to hotel staff at other locations. Nobody recognized the make or style. Eventually, he brought it to a locksmith, hoping for answers. The locksmith turned it over in his hands for a long moment. Then he said something Marcus never forgot. The key didn't match any lock he'd ever seen, old or new, current or out of production. To this day, Marcus doesn't stay in hotels with more than 2 floors. He always asks for a room near the entrance. And if you're ever checked into a room that feels too quiet, too cold, with knocking nobody can explain, check the number on your key, then check it again in the morning.